This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 844. 2 steps forward, 1 step yak. Enjoy. Rather than boosting specific skills by 1 or 2%, this Yak Track boosts all skills, and it starts by rewarding 1% every few tasks, and then at the very, very end of it, you get another 16% bulk boost at task 50 for a total of a 50% XP boost. All right, let's dive into this because this has been the controversial part. How do you feel, Dennis?
Here we go.
How do you feel?
Who wants to start?
Go, you.
Me.
Yeah.
I think this is... look, eventually we're going to have to fundamentally change the way that we think about XP in this game. Is it a lot because of the double XP weekends and the bonus XP and this and that? Yes, of course, if we look at it in pure numbers, but XP just, you can't look at it in just a pure number anymore. It's more about the rate. It's more tied to time than ever really before. Now what you're looking at, these it's a period of time that you're going to get that boost. It's very similar. I know I say this a lot, but it is similar in a lot of other games where you're looking at the rate of gain, the rate, of your level gain, the rate of the XP that you're gaining.
Sorry, it's a 25% buff at 50, not 50%.
Right.
I messed that up. Anyways.
Right. But it's for what, 2 weeks?
40 days.
40 days.
If you were to complete it on day 1. And this is where it gets interesting because the faster you complete the Yak Track, the longer you have that XP boost for, that 25% boost.
All right. So, and then therein lies an incentive to try to skip as many as you possibly can. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm in a really weird spot right now in my RuneScape life where XP is a little bit less important than it used to be. But yeah. I see it as more of a time management tool akin to what you see in Stowe, in Elder Scrolls, in you name it. This looks more like a battle pass in some other games. Especially with the kind of reduction in the cosmetics. I don't know. This is part of the process of change, in my opinion, but I'm guessing people are going to be coming, kicking, and screaming.
Yeah, and, I really don't care about what other people have for their XP boost, so this doesn't bother me. But we need to, like you said, put this in perspective of what modern XP gains look like. And is a 25% buff really a lot and something to write home about?
Well, I think you got to look at it at the goal. For us, when we started, the goal line was 99. It was 13 mil XP. That is not the goal for a lot of skills that are actual legit 120s. But everyone knows how XP works now. I mean, everyone, if you're looking for XP, if you're being a skiller, you don't stop at 99. So to me, it's a whole different scale. That's why I mean, it's more about the rate that you can accomplish with, whatever time that you have available to you. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times, like in other games, you'll get like an experience scroll, right? Where for the next 2 hours, you get a 5% buff, or you get a 15. So be it. Comes in many forms, different ways. This is RuneScape's way that they're doing it, I guess. But, I mean, most of the time you're running around with some kind of bonus XP or some kind of, maximization of that XP anyway. I don't know. I just think it's bringing us more in line with
what a
other
traditional
modern.
battle pass looks like.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Aura, man?
Oh, I'm getting numb to it. If this was a year ago, I'd probably be outraged. But as we were speaking in the pre-show, we had a double XP weekend, and I sort of forgot it was even there.
Yeah.
So they're just easing us into it, I think, and it's sort of just going to be a constant flow, as Dennis was sort of saying.
Yeah, and you know, I can see some of the concerns on this one because we did have a good discussion on this this week in the Discord. And what's effectively happening with this is that if we go back to our last monthly bit, which everybody should listen to at patreon.com/RSBANDB, we decided that the core game loop of RS, the core meaning of why you want to play, is you set that goal, and then you find a way to do that goal, and then it repeats itself. And that starts off from the very beginning when you first arrive in Berthorpe. And that's what RuneScape defines itself on, setting a goal and achieving it. Now, Yak Track can help people do that exact same thing, and I think that's why I like it, is because it provides me a way to play. But if you look at the end of task 50, you're getting a 25% XP boost, which means is that inherently by completing Yak Track, the goal that you're setting yourself is to get more XP by completing it. In addition, of course, to all the cosmetics. And this was the discussion that Sirion and I had on it. And with that, you have to realize is that this is going to start feeding back on itself, because if the whole goal is to get XP and not necessarily set a goal and accomplish that, then we're starting to lose what the core loop of RuneScape is, specifically with this Yak Track. And that's, I think, if you were to boil this down to the ultra technical, aside from everybody screaming and all the general noise that you find online, I think that is the problem with doing XP boosts like this on Yak Track, is that it makes the goal to get that XP boost at the end in some cases, rather than doing the individual tasks to push your skills further in each Yak Track task, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, one of the things that we liked about Yak Track was the content that it brings to the game.
Yeah, the content that it brings to the game. But now the goal of Yak
things.
Track is to just increase your XP multiplier.
Because the faster you get it done, the longer you have
Exactly.
But see, that's what I'm talking about, though, Shane. Like, the players that are after that kind of an experience are going to get that kind of experience. For the players that are not after that kind of experience and really could give a shit less, they're going to mosey on through it like they always have.
Right, but there is actually a problem with that this time. And this is something you also alluded to, Matt, in the pre-shows, that maybe there's too many skill and kill tasks this time. I know we've been asking for more of them, but 20 of the tasks are skill and kill, and in some places they're right back one after the other.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be saying that, but it definitely feels like there's too many.
Obviously, you're going to have a choice, but sometimes you're just going to do skill and kill because you don't want to do what else is up there. But sometimes you do want the Yak Track content to make the choice for you.
Yeah, let's hope it just doesn't end up being like 50 skill and kills.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think that would be I don't think that would be a good thing. I'm currently on task 14, and based on what I see here, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. There have been 6 skill and kill tasks prior to task 15, which, if you're counting going up to 13, that's just under 50% of them have been skill and kill, which I can understand the allure of that in terms of making it easier to progress through it. But at the same time, maybe we need to instead be focusing on using this as providing direction. But I'm just airing both sides of the coin here, because personally I don't mind if it's skill and kill, but looking at task 16, for example, you either got to get 200k crafting XP at level 99 crafting, or complete 90 minutes of playing RuneScape. I think I'm going to choose play 90 minutes of RuneScape with that, rather than getting 200k crafting XP. Task 17 is also skill and kill. Once again, 90 minutes of RS, or fletch 1,000 bows at level 99.
Ooh. You don't want to
Not much of a choice there.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I've been using more skip tokens this time around.
All right, that's fair. But overall, I'm going to say I don't see what the outrage is, aside from if you're looking at it from the goal perspective like Sirion was.
Yeah, and the changing of the tasks, which I guess we're coming up to soon as well.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? The hell with it. I'll just play devil's advocate here. You know what the concern is, I bet, online, in particular in specific circles that sometimes shall not be named?
Okay.
It's microtransactions. In that, if you can entice people with the 25% XP boost, get task 50, you might have some people who are more enticed to spend bonds and spend on skips.
True.
And to that effect, maybe this whole thing is an A/B test to see if they get more skips being spent on this kind of yak track than they did previous ones to get to that XP boost at the end. Maybe that's what's going on here. And I think that that's what people are concerned about. I'm personally not concerned about it, that it pushes the idea of microtransactions within yak track further. But I think that's what people are concerned about if I was playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.